Hi guys, it's Amazing Purple Girl, and I'm here with Your House. Now there's 5 chapters, and chapter 1 was not too long. Chapter 1 was the demo. So if you want to see chapter 1, it's in my Steam Next Fest playlist, because I played the demo and that was chapter 1. It will also be in the Your House playlist. We're going to carry on with chapter 2. Bathroom. A jet of hot pressurized water massages Debbie's neck and shoulders. The shower, much like the bathroom and the rest of the house, is spacious and sophisticated in design. She's been settled in for several weeks now, but still feels like an outsider. She can't help but wonder what stories lie hidden in the furniture and paintings that adorn the many rooms of the mansion. Nevertheless, her initial doubts and fears have given way to a sense of excitement at starting afresh. Debbie has convinced herself that the house is a gift, a chance to leave a dark and miserable past behind her. Wait a minute, is that a doorbell? Debbie turns off the shower, and she listens with bated breath. It's the first time she's ever heard it, but it does indeed sound like the doorbell. She has the music on full blast, so whoever it is probably already knows someone is home. Her heart hammering, Debbie pulls on her bathrobe and she hurriedly walks out of the bathroom. Oh, she did hurriedly. Bedroom. Not bothering to dry herself off, Debbie walks straight into the bedroom, leaving wet footprints and dripping water all over the floor. Distressed, she hesitates between putting on some clothes or going downstairs as she is in her bathrobe. They can wait, she mutters to herself as she opens the door to the small adjoining room. When she first inspected it, Debbie didn't think much of the surprising fact that the dressing room was full of women's clothes, outfits and shoes, all of which were precisely her size. Maybe it was just a coincidence, or maybe the mysterious person who sent her the letter with the key knew her much better than she cared to admit. After slipping on some pants and grabbing a t-shirt at random, Debbie leaves the dressing room in a hurry. Off she goes again. How annoying! Who could it be? Could it be something to do with that sinister-looking character she saw a few days ago? Debbie grimaces self-approvingly as she sees the summary print of the t-shirt she picked out reflected in the closet mirror. Feeling uneasy, she leaves the bedroom. Where are we going now, Debbie? Hallway. 2 further sharp rings demand her presence. Debbie has the vague feeling that taking her time to open the door gives her a certain sense of authority, as if that were irrefutable proof that she truly is the owner of the house. However, her steps unconsciously quicken, driven by anguish. The pictures hanging on the walls in the hallway watch as Debbie runs past and reaches the stairs, practically skidding. Stairs. Debbie has spent the last few days mentally coming up with a false identity for herself, just in case some nosy neighbour shows up asking awkward questions. She'll fake a French accent and claim to be an exchange student renting the mansion. Moi, je m'appelle Catherine. I speak very bad English, désolé. Don't mind my French accent. Absent-minded, Debbie plays the conversation out in her head as she descends the staircase 2 steps at a time, sliding her hand along the railing. As she reaches the last step, I'm going to have to turn this music down, it's loud. Right, I turned it down, sorry about that. As she reaches the last step, she stumbles foolishly and is about to fall before she ends up in the living room. Living room. What a terrible time to stumble. Debbie reacts just in time and grabs a bookshelf to to stop herself from falling flat on her face. In an effort to calm herself down, she approaches the stereo, which is still blaring music. It certainly is. It is a superb piece of equipment, worthy of a melomaniac. Don't know that word. Debbie loves to turn the music on full blast and dance by herself, be it in the morning, as soon as she wakes up, or at midnight, naked and savouring a glass of wine. At first she was worried about bothering the neighbours, but seeing that no one complained, she gradually turned up the volume. As soon as she turns off the music, the doorbell can be heard crystal clear. Debbie feels defenceless, as if she has revealed her standing in a strategic game. Her pulse quickens. They're still there, she thinks as she crosses into the hall. It is big. It is a mansion, I guess. Well, I had to turn that down because it was so loud. Hall. Debbie shakes her hands around in the air in an attempt to dry off her sweaty palms. Then she stops and stands on the carpet in the entrance hall and mentally begins to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, there is no doubt about it. The doorbell has stopped ringing. In the silence now, she can even hear herself breathing. Seriously? She mutters to herself, somewhat relieved. Debbie carefully creeps up to the door, poised to peer through the peephole. Peephole. No one. They're gone. All she can see through the peephole is the empty porch and the garden. Suddenly, a knock startles her. The sound is now coming from the back door. Who do they think they are? Debbie quickly retraces her steps. Debbie boldly walks into the living room, but gradually her pace slows to a halt. The sofas, the floor lamp and the bookcases full of books seem to taunt her. She clearly recalls there being a back door in the kitchen, but how do you get to it? You have to go through the dining room and then... No, wait. Her nerves are getting the best of her, making it difficult to find her bearings. In front of her there is a wooden door. On the left, a large sliding door. Office room. Well, we've gone the wrong way then. It's a cosy little room, a nice nook to work in. It has a vintage desk, lots of books, many of them on architecture, a drinks cabinet. No, this is the office. It's not this way. The somewhat maze-like layout of the rooms often still causes Debbie to get lost in the house. Well, that's because I've just seen the layout. Just the other day, for instance, it took her several minutes to find the bathroom. As she turns back around, she tries to remember the way to the kitchen. She goes back into the living room. Okay. The knocking from the back door has become even sharper. I can't hear it at all. Debbie quickly crosses the living room. This time she doesn't hesitate and decisively opens the sliding door that leads to the dining room. Typical that I went wrong. Dining room. Oh! A particularly loud thump causes Debbie's blood to run cold for a second. Frozen, she silently gazes at the practically regal details of the room, such as the large gilded ice bucket or the glass cabinet that houses an imposing porcelain dinner service. Debbie swallows as she slowly skirts the long table that presides over the dining room, surrounded by 10 chairs. Evidently wary, she places her hand on the doorknob leading to the kitchen. Okay. From the kitchen doorway, Debbie finds that no one is in the backyard. The knocking has stopped. She slides her fingers across the cold marble of the countertop, not taking her eyes off the small back door. Why does she feel like she's doing something wrong? As her hand reaches to turn the key in the lock, she shudders. It's not locked. meaning that if someone had wanted to get in, they could have easily entered by now. Determined, Debbie pushes open the back door. Back entrance. Debbie looks to her left and her right but does not see anyone. Stepping onto the gravel of the doorway, she realises that all this time she has been barefoot. As she looks down at her feet, that's when she sees it. Don't click on that then. A large envelope has been left on the floor with no stamp, return address or any writing on it. First thing that Debbie notices as she picks it up is how heavy it is. Judging by its shape, it appears to contain a book. Clutching the envelope against her chest, Debbie takes a last look around the backyard, which, just as the rest of the manor's garden, and much like its past, retains the decaying aura of all things that have been abandoned. She closes the kitchen door behind her and opens the envelope. Oh, wow. My goodness, that was a lot of stuff. Debbie returns to the office, sets aside some documents and puts the book on the table to leaf through it. Oh my word, 46. Okay, that is page 46. The Jazz Enigma, Billy Tipton's Hidden Identity. That's a lot of reading. Hicksville Architectural College, class of 1969, commencement speech, blue shoes. Irma Vep, the story of Irma Vep. Hicksville. Moe's Tavern? 40 Towers Hotel, what? Pullin and Associates, Apollo Theatre, Daily Planet, Championship Vinyl. Okay. A puzzle-infused Manhattan Retreat, Mystery on Fifth Avenue. Muffletta, The Delectable Delight of Muffletta, a culinary journey to New Orleans. So we got a recipe, and that's it. So what's that, 6 pages? It's a collection of all kinds of clippings. Overcome with curiosity, Debbie tries to find some logic or sense to it all, but 2 things that stick out to her as being particularly strange. The first is that a page seems to have been torn out at the end of the book. The second is a bookmark that has been left on a page that features a pair of shoes that seem awfully familiar to Debbie. Where have I seen these shoes before? Debbie picks up the book and exits the room. Okay. Debbie walks through the office door. Oh, okay. Weird. I skip back to the office then, I guess. Use your head. If the book was meant for me, it must have been sent by the same person who sent me the letter with the keys. It's either that or someone's been mistaking me for another person for weeks. And here I am opening packages that aren't intended for me and poking around in memories that aren't mine at all. God, I could use a cigarette right now. The sun begins to go down, drawing shadows in the large room. Those shoes. Wait a minute. Debbie lets her intuition guide her and heads upstairs. I'm so going to get lost, aren't I? Hallway. On the second floor, the stairs lead to a hallway where the walls are lined with old portraits with which Debbie exchanges glances as she mumbles to herself. Who are all these people? If they are all former owners, this house must be over 1,000 years old. Between the paintings, several doors can be found. The first leads to a room that could be a study. The second leads to the bedroom. And the third one is locked. The truth is, Debbie has not been able to get into that room yet. Or maybe that's what we're doing here. I'm thinking bedroom because she's looking for those shoes. I don't think they'll be in the study. This isn't the only bedroom in the house, but it looks like a presidential suite. Debbie didn't think twice about making it her own. It's the biggest, most comfortable bed she's ever slept in. She found it made when she arrived, but since that day she hasn't bothered to remake it. Well, she's a teenager, isn't she? To the left is the door to the dressing room. Opposite her is the door to the bathroom, and behind her is the door that leads back to the hallway. I think dressing room. Debbie walks back into the dressing room, which can only be accessed from the bedroom. She heads straight for one of the shelves, which is automatically lit up as she approaches it, shedding light on a colourful collection of shoes. The shoes from the scrapbook should logically be somewhere around here. Yep, there they are. VHF 104 megahertz. Ah, okay. Voila! Here they are. There's no doubt about it. They are identical to the ones in the clipping. Debbie examines the shoes. They're a colourful pair of heels. They may not be her style, but their bold design prompts her to imagine herself wearing them. They're nice enough, but I don't see what's so special about them. Suddenly, Debbie takes a closer look at the spot where the shoes have been placed. She thinks she can make something out. Pullen and Associates. It looks like a lock safe or something. After a few unsuccessful attempts, Debbie gives up and leaves the bedroom in search of other clues. Yes, right. Let's look at the shoes again. So it's 104. VHF 104. We need to go back to the radio then. VHF 104. I'm so getting lost. Living room. I think it was. Yeah. Right. VHF 104.
If you're listening to this, bear in mind that those motley architects with you know how to open the shield box. Follow the path that leads from mustache to glasses, then to hat, and lastly to bow tie. Did you write those directions down? All right then. Good luck.
Thank you.
This message will automatically be repeated in...
Okay. So I have mustache, glasses, hat, bow tie. That's going to be in the hall. Debbie returns to the living room. She sits on the comfortable sofa and stares at the stereo. All this time, and she hasn't stopped to look at the incredible hi-fi equipment in the house. She would love to play Blitzkrieg Bop at full volume, but she needs to think before she looks any further. Aha! I really didn't expect this. Debbie reviews in her mind the message she just heard. The paintings! I have to find something in the paintings. That's what I thought. Right. Stairs. Oh, they're here. Okay. So, mustache. Oh. Mustache. Glasses. Hat. Bow tie. Oh, do we have to... It's definitely him. So do I need to look at the book? Or is it directions? Debbie enters the study through the door that connects to the hallway. The drafting table, the measuring instruments, the piles of books and documents. Everything is still in its place, even the collection of tin soldier figurines. Debbie turns her attention back to the mysterious looking box. How the hell can I open it? Ah, Pullen and Associates, Hicksville Post Office. Is it oh no, it can't be. Let's say, is it as simple as that? I saw that I equals A somewhere. I don't think we're there yet. I want to find the book again. Debbie returns to the bathroom. The steam on the mirror has already begun to evaporate, and Debbie is able to clearly see her reflection. She fixes her hair as she racks her brains. It's almost as if someone is teasing me. After a few seconds of scrutinising her blurry reflection, Debbie draws a doodle on the steamy mirror and returns to the bedroom. Hicksville, New York. Oh. No. Okay, hang on. I've got a thought. Yeah, she's the only one in the hat. Oh, he doesn't... Oh, I thought he had glasses. He doesn't have glasses. So go down, then right, then down. So maybe it is the safe? Why did I think he had glasses? Down, right, down. Let's try that. It was bedroom, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. It was study. Study. Down, right, down. Let's try that. Down, right, down. Yes! Oh, it's a Viewmaster. Okay, I have no... Oh. I don't seem to have any slides. Bingo! The box is open. Inside, Debbie finds a business card with 3 holes punched into it. On the back of the card is the name, Pullen and Associates. Where have I seen that name before? Oh, I wonder. And on the front, a number has been written, page 51. Maybe it's referring to a page in the book. Somewhat confused, Debbie picks up the card and opens the book to that page. She hasn't yet. Oh, I need to grab it. Okay. I can't grab that. Okay, I need some discs. Okay, so I've got the book. Page 51. Oh, we're on the... Oh. X7. Yeah, X7. Okay. So it's not a recipe. It's a code. X7. I knew it. It fits. Perplexed, Debbie confirms that when she places the card on the scrapbook page, the holes reveal something. You're kidding. Is that a code? Debbie searches inside the box again, where she finds a stereoscope. No, that is a Viewmaster. Hey, I had one of these toys when I was little, but I can't see anything. It seems to be missing the slides, and I don't have those yet. Still in awe, Debbie simply stands there quietly and thoughtfully, surrounded by all those little figures that seem to be watching her. Behind her is the door leading to the hallway. Yeah, because we're going to go back to the bathroom, yeah. Because we've now got the book. So, page 49. Oh, flip. Do I have to do it in that place? Oh. That's annoying. It was... hallway? Study. Book. Page 49. Oh, okay. So Hicksville is the 2 at the top. So we want Pullin and Associates, don't we? Which is this one. Or do I just click these 3? I don't know. Don't think that did anything. So what do I do now? Ah, 7. Ah, there they are. Perfect. Oh, got a tape measure. 15th of April. What's 15th of April? Well, we got the slides anyway, so let's go and do that. The compartment door opens with a satisfying metallic click. Cautiously, Debbie slips her hand inside the open compartment and immediately realises that there's something inside. She grasps it with her fingers and pulls it out. It's a pencil case, a note, and some slides with a stereoscope. This house is certainly full of surprises. Debbie leaves the dressing room. So, study. Okay. Oh heck. There we go. Moe's Tavern. Daily Planet is an X. Ah, okay. Apollo Theatre. 40 Towers, Daily Planet. Pullin and Associates. Daily Planet. 40 Towers, Pullin and Associates. Right, I've got it. Daily Planet, 40 Towers, Pullin and Associates. $40 Towers. Alright, I got it. That one, and that one. That shouldn't be too hard, actually. It's 246. 246. Back to the bathroom. Oh, sorry, just realised. Debbie enters the bathroom from the bedroom. What am I supposed to be looking for? On the tiled wall, 2 nails hold up a tourist photo of Hicksville that doesn't bring back many good memories. Visit Hicksville and die of boredom. Thank you. Suddenly, Debbie remembers seeing something. She holds up the book in her hands and opens it. Oh, I could have done it here. Fine. I think I need to look at those slides again. Well, I've already done that, Debbie. So, that's Pullin, 40 Towers, and Daily Planet. Yes! Oh.
So that book that mysteriously arrived at my doorstep, it led me to the secret room, and what the hell is this all about? Inside the room, there's a portrait of a woman, Serena Pullin.
Ah.
That name appears in the book. The daughter of a successful architect and a highborn lady. She studied at the best schools. She graduated with honors as an architect, just as her father intended for her, following in the footsteps of several generations. She was truly ahead of her time, exceptionally creative and determined. Her reputation spread throughout a field in which the presence of women was extremely conspicuous.
The blue shoes.
Conspicuous. It's a funny way of acknowledging gender discrimination. Serena was clearly a much better architect than any of her workmates. They were all just jealous and had to steal her ideas and projects just to get anywhere. As for her personal life, her parents also forced her to marry the son of a media mogul. I bet she didn't even love him.
Poor woman.
Family's the worst, isn't it, Serena?
Oh dear.
They designed a life for you, full of luxury and comfort, but none of it made you happy. Maybe that's why one day you suddenly disappeared. Who are you, Serena Pullen? Why do I get the feeling I should know you? Are you the one behind all of this?
Possibly. If someone had told her a few weeks ago that she would be solving puzzles in order to open hidden doors in a mansion, Debbie would have called them crazy. What kind of person has a hidden room built in their bathroom? Probably a pervert, Debbie thinks to herself. She expects to come across a translucent wall to secretly view people in the shower. But she doesn't. Instead, the small room appears to be a cosy yet practical office. The parquet floor is covered by a cashmere carpet. The light from a nearby window illuminates its sinuous pattern. Debbie clutches the scrapbook as she spins around in amazement, taking the room in. There is a professional drafting table, a stool, a shelf full of books, and several pictures hanging on the wall. Most are building plans, but there is one that stands out above all the rest. It's a portrait of a young woman holding a roll of paper. Debbie approaches it. The girl's eyes look familiar. Serena Pullen, something tells me that I am in your house and this is your secret hideout. Debbie now turns her attention to the drafting table where she finds what appears to be an unfinished sketch of a building, along with a jar of pencils and brushes. Everything is covered in a thin layer of dust. It's been a while since anyone has sat here. Then she walks over to the bookshelf, which is filled with books and an assortment of knickknacks, a movable figure, a small sculpture with a seemingly African design. Debbie bends over and reads some of the book spines. "Who are you?" she exclaims, looking up at Serena Pullen's portrait, who seems to nod back at her, satisfied at the question. Can we click on this? We can. It's another puzzle. Lots and lots of numbers. Okay. Arsène Lupin. That's an anagram of Pullen. It's interesting. Okay. Debbie once again flips through the scrapbook. She's only made it this far thanks to solving the puzzles contained in its pages. What are you trying to tell me, Serena? You're hiding something, but you want me to figure it out. That's it, isn't it? So it's 1410. Oh, it only goes up to 11. Right. I think, even though I thought this was just going to be one episode per chapter because of how short the first chapter was, I think I'm going to leave it for now. And we'll come back to this in the next one. And if there's not much chapter left, then I'll just go on to chapter 3. But yeah, this is going on a bit. I mean, I'm going to cut out some of the going back and forth so you won't have to suffer through that and me being a bit dim. But otherwise, yes, this is absolutely fascinating. So, thank you for watching. I really, really like this game. It's just like really makes you think. And I hope I can work this out but for now I can't. So we will come back to this. Thank you.